Hey guys, welcome back to more AFK Arena. In today's video, we're over on Kiasma's account because we have all of the beasts maxed out. Well, up to level 18 anyway. And I wanted to show you just some base level testing of these guys, their charge timers before they use their abilities, and all that stuff so you can get an idea for them. I definitely think that each one is going to have different users and we will find different, team compositions that will prefer them. But I just did some very basic testing over in the Cursed Realm just to see the charge timers of them. Now with these guys, obviously you think something like the polar bear here or the polar beast, he's got a thing where, if enemies are CC'd, he's gonna gain extra, what do they call it? Beast energy, I think it is. Where is it over here? Receives additional beast energy. So if you're CCing, he will be a lot more effective because at base he has the lowest charge time, but you can really speed him up. So I wanted to go through all of them, including these little guys. This guy's actually really amazing. I like him because he'll use his first ability like 2 seconds into the battle, and then he's like 11 seconds. We'll go into it. I've made a little spreadsheet and stuff like that, so we'll take a look at all of it. Take a look at the beast. These guys also got their secondary. I like the enhancement on this guy. I like all the extra ice on him. I think this guy's one's pretty cool. This is Blade Ridge is my favorite. I just feel like he got let down in the enhancement. Like it's like the little spikes got a little bit bigger, his chest spike got a bit bigger, and his ears got a bit bigger. I feel like that's about it. I want some like flaming on his chest or something. Got to get something on him, but Blade Ridge still pretty cool. So like I said, I'm not telling you guys which one's best. I still don't know like best for every situation. This guy's coming in for single target bosses. I feel like this guy's going to be, probably the best. AOE, I think this guy's going to be really good. And then CC fights, this guy's going to be good. But for boss fights, probably not because he takes too long to charge up. So he's going to be more CC orientated teams in campaign and other stuff like that. But maybe in like waves of the Cursed Realm, he's going to be really nice. But let's just go ahead and look over here and take a look. So I've recorded a bunch of battles just to show you guys. So if we go here into just to the Twisted Realm, not Cursed Realm, Twisted Realm was just easier for me. Now this is a Nomura. We're not looking at damage or anything like that. I just wanted to show you guys each of their abilities because you may not have seen them, and then also look at their charge times. So what we'll do here is we'll do the first one here should be, yeah, this is the fire breather. So let's go ahead and press play on this. So we've used the same team every time. Now I believe that I think as you upgrade them, they actually get faster at charging, because I remember my Polar Beast was like 50 some seconds, whereas on Kiasma's account, it's about 35. So we start this at 1 minute and 30, and you can see him charging up. And there we go. We're almost at 20 seconds now. So you can see on 10 is when he used it. So he is about 20 seconds, the fire breather, before he uses his ability. So then I want to go ahead and look at the others. That's the main thing that I wanted to look at there, was the 20-second timer on him. So as we go in for the rest of them, this one should be, yep, the Blade Ridge. So the Blade Ridge, let's take a look at his. Once again, we start at that minute 30. Let's speed it up a little bit. You can see him generating up more. Now he's getting close to his ability. You can see, I like his one when he comes in, but you can see we're about to use it here at 13 seconds. And there we go. Okay, you couldn't see his animation that time. Sometimes it looks really cool, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, you didn't even see it. But that was at 13 seconds, which gives it a total of 17 seconds on the charge time. So that is going to be the Blade Ridge at 17 seconds. Let's go into the next one, which is going to be this one here, which should be the Ice Beast, the Polar Beast. So let's check his one out. Like I said, he takes a long time, but I'll show you him in a campaign stage with a lot of CC, and where he can actually charge a lot faster when you are CCing enemies. But at base, his is a really long charge time. Once again, we started at the minute 30. We'll power through this. You can see him slowly grinding up there, ever so slowly grinding up. Ever so slowly, still slowly. And then it should be at about 55 here. Yep, 55 is where he pops. So that puts him at around a 35-second charge. Keep in mind, this is all at level 18. Mine I believe mine was slower at level 6, so you can speed it up. I don't know if we level them up past 18, whether they keep getting faster as well. Could become whale features and stuff like that, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll do more testing on that in the future on Kiasma. We're just sort of holding out on summons on these guys in Kiasma until the others come out. So that is is going to be him. Now we'll jump into the other guys, the little guys. And something that I just wanted to show you because I was like, okay, maybe it's something to do. I heard people say maybe it's to do with the damage you're dealing that increases the charge rate. So I put in like a pure tank team here with the Polar Beast just to test it. And with the pure tank, and then it was like maybe haste is buffing it. And because I'm using the twins, maybe the twins are buffing it with the haste. But I did this one here, and as you can see here, we're coming up 58. It should be at around 56/55 that he pops. And there it is, 55. So same time on the Polar Beast with a tanky team, not dealing much damage, no haste buff from the twins, all that stuff. So it seems pretty controlled in that sense. But obviously with the Polar Beast, when you do CC, he is going to have the additional effect, the additional energy that he gains. So that is him. Let's go through the normal guys, the little guys. So this one here, the Dreary Ball, we'll hit play on him, have a look at his, and then we'll go look at their abilities, because you can see these guys charge up a lot faster, like a hell of a lot faster. You can see this guy popping out right now. So he's every 11 seconds for his one, which is not too bad on that. So that's the Dreary Ball. And keep in mind, he reduces defense. So him going every 11 seconds isn't too bad. Then we're going to go move on to the next one, which is going to be this one here, which should be the healing one. So this is the healing guy. Now the healing guy has a passive, and we'll look at all these in a sec as well. You can see how quick he's charging. So we're here, and at 21, so at 9 seconds is where he pops. So that is going to be the Tufty Ears. So Tufty Ears is at the 9 seconds. And then when we bounce into the last one here, which is going to be the buffing one. This is the one that buffs you crit and attack. Let's go hit play. He's really cool because if you look at this, he starts off with so much. At 28 seconds, so in 2 seconds, he does his first one. And then you can see at 17, he does his next one. So he's 2 seconds on his first one, and then 11 seconds in between after that. So that is the grassy orb, that one. So he's 2 seconds at the first one, and then 11 seconds every time after that. So that's what I wanted to look at. That's the first thing for your theory crafting that you can look at. And then I wanted to go look at their abilities and talk about them because obviously this guy, once again, I feel like he's going to be really good with like something like a Lucretia, maybe invading type teams, melee type teams, maybe stall bruiser type teams even, not too sure. He does do the max health damage. So maybe if you just stall out and just keep living and then you stop them from healing and put this out. Now this is a 6 second duration, this one. It only lasts for 6 seconds, and it takes him 20 seconds to use it at base at level 18. So you don't have a hell of a lot of uptime on it, so that might be an issue. But yeah, then we go into the Blade Ridge. Now, the Blade Ridge, I really like. I like that every 6 seconds, he gets the apparition. The apparition that comes out and attacks. He gains the stacks, and he's going to increase that ult damage. I just really do like this guy. I think he's probably going to be the best one for single target bosses and stuff like that, is where I see him being used. Once again, he's on the 17 second charge rating at level 18. We go into the Polar Beast. Now the Polar Beast, I'll go ahead and show you guys this now, but in this first ability, when you expand the description of it, Polar Beast receives additional energy when an enemy hero is under control effects. So that's it. He's going to provide more CC, more damage. I just think he's going to be really solid, and he gets the extra freeze on nearby enemies plus the extra damage, and I think he's going to be solid, but you need to use him in a CC team. So what we'll do is we'll jump over here in campaign, and we'll take a look at, let's just go here, I think. Remember where I was. Okay, so for instance, this was just me having a little bit of fun, but if we put the Polar Beast in here, so now we've got Leonardo. You'll just see, just watch how fast he charges. He charges ridiculously fast. So once again, with this one, we're starting at a minute 30. And just watch once we start rolling some CC. So that's going to be CC there. You can see him boosting. So normally he takes 35 seconds. So at 55 seconds, he'll use it. Whereas this time, let's go a bit faster. Let's go 2 times speed, maybe. All that CC that we're landing with both Joker and the Leonardo, we're at 17 he uses. So that was 13 seconds instead of the usual 35 because we were applying so much CC in the team. And And look at that, like there we go. Like that next one only took him 10 seconds to get to. So he can actually be really, really functional. And you can see he starts freezing the others around them as well. So I think he's going to be really, really good in control teams. I don't think he's necessary with a Da Vinci. But you know, like maybe not so heavy control teams where you got a couple control. Maybe if you're running like, you know, just a Mishka or something like that, where you got a bit of CC, but then the Polar Beast can add to that CC. I feel like something like that. Not too sure. We'll have to wait and see how he actually pans out. But I am liking him in those mid-level CC teams at the moment. Then we go on to these other guys. This guy, like I said, when you compare him to the Polar Beast, like especially in a battle where you can't CC enemies, this guy's probably better because he does have the if we go up here, the 20%. The 20% defense reduction, which is really nice. Also does max health damage, but he does have a 11-second cooldown, so 5% health AoE on an 11-second cooldown. It's not the craziest thing, but the defense break is going to be on a for 6 seconds on an 11-second cooldown, so it's more than a 50% uptime, which isn't too bad on this guy for substitute teams. This one, at level 12, we've got Tough to Ears recovers more beast energy points every second, so that's how we ended up with the 9-second charge on this one, which is really actually quite nice, because when you consider the fact that once you get it to level 18, it's going to remove any debuffs received by allied heroes. So, you know, you've got a 9-second cooldown on a full cleanse plus heal, plus it'll shield if it overheals, which I find to be quite nice. So I actually think that one's decent as well. And then this one here, like I said, I really like this guy. This one, at the start of battle, Grassy Orb receives several points of beast energy. So he does his first one in that 2 seconds, which is incredibly nice, especially for like burst comps. I feel like he's going to be really, really viable in PvP for burst teams because he gets that buff so quick. And when we look at that buff, what do we got? It's 20% critical strike, 20% attack and 20 critical strike. So it's not, I feel like that's decent for burst teams because you just want that damage as quick as possible, and he's going to use that in the first 2 seconds of the battle. Then past that, he does take another 11 seconds to use it each time, which still leaves him, because it's a 6-second duration, with more than a 50% uptime of that buff, which isn't too bad. But like I said, that's just the first bit of testing that I've done on these guys, giving you guys all the info as I get it. You know, I feel like I thought the Polar Beast was bad until I realized that he actually gets his extra charge from your ally CCing. So I think he's going to have a lot more viability in the campaign and stuff. Blade Ridge, I feel like, is going to be very, very viable in single target boss fights. And Fire Breather, maybe more AoE based fights is where he can kind of shine, but you kind of want to have your highest damage dealer as a melee type unit for this one, because he puts the lava pit around them, and that's what you want to be doing. So that's sort of the vibe I'm getting at the moment. If you've done any testing, you can add any info to me, please let me know. Like I said, this isn't perfect testing, this is just what I've done so far, just letting you guys know the info. But thanks for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.